We live in a culture obsessed with dieting, weight loss, and exercise, and that can make eating disorder behaviors easy to miss. But the reality is, eating disorders are serious mental illnesses that take a major toll on your health and your life. But recovery is possible. Eating disorders are more common than you might think. Chances are you know someone who is struggling with one, or maybe you're struggling yourself. If you're concerned about an eating disorder in yourself or a loved one, I want to introduce you to Equip. Equip is a fully virtual, evidence-based eating disorder treatment program that helps patients achieve lasting recovery at home. Every Equip patient is matched with a multidisciplinary care team that includes a therapist, dietitian, medical provider, and mentors. And you get a personalized treatment plan that's tailored to your unique goals and challenges. Equip treats patients of all ages and all eating disorder diagnoses. It's covered by insurance, and there's no wait list. If you think that you or a loved one could be struggling with an eating disorder, don't wait to get help. Visit equip.health to learn more. That's equip.health.
Instacart helps you get what you need fast. Like when the watch party at your place finally makes it out of the group chat. Suddenly you need snacks, drinks, and all the things nobody planned for. With Instacart, you can get groceries and party essentials delivered. Just download the app, place your order, and it shows up in as fast as 30 minutes. That way, hosting feels easy and looks like you had a plan all along. Get the Instacart app today and get game day deals.
Knock, knock.
Ooh, who's there?
A Boost Mobile expert, here to deliver and set up your all-new iPhone 17 Pro, designed to be the most powerful iPhone ever.
You call that a knock-knock joke?
This isn't a joke. Boost Mobile really sends experts to deliver and set up your phone at home or work.
Okay, well, it's just that when people say knock-knock, there's usually a joke to go with it.
Like I said, this isn't a joke.
So the knock-knock was just you knocking?
Yeah, that's how doors work.
Get the new iPhone 17 Pro delivered and set up by an expert wherever you are. Delivery available for select devices purchased at boostmobile.com. Terms apply.
Here's how to stay alive longer so you can enjoy Boost Mobile's unlimited plan with a price that never goes up. Do not mistake a wasp nest for a piñata. Stay alive and switch now at Boost Mobile. After 30 gigs, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
Hello, I'm Sarah.
I'm Roger.
And welcome to the Whispering Woods Reddit and Listener Story episode. I have got about 3 or 4 listener stories to share today. Now, I want to welcome Rog, and if you're listening to the audio, we are actually doing a YouTube video. Not very well, and we've got loads of outtakes. And that is about 20 minutes of it so far. We are doing it with Luna in front of us. Expecting at least one of my children to come through the door at some point and disturb us. But we're going to plough on in and we're going to plough on through.
Plough on through. Best ways there.
Yeah.
Best.
Do you want to say a bit about yourself? Who are you?
I'm a long-suffering partner.
Yeah, this is Rog, my partner. I'm sure that most of you know, but if you're only just joining us today, the Whispering Woods has been running for just over 3 years now, and we are finally deciding to do YouTube. But Toby, being the age that he is, he's not into it, so I raped Rog in. My long-suffering partner, as he says. Now, do you want to say how much you're into the paranormal? Yeah? Right, okay, do you want me to say it for you?
Yeah.
You've got no choice.
I got no choice.
Because, this is what I do. And he's my... And he...
I do love it, though.
Yeah, yeah. You get more into it, don't you?
Yeah. I have to.
Yeah, you really do.
Yeah.
You really have no choice. Anyway, I think we'll get into the stories. bear with us because we are a bit nervous. I am. Even though it's just different because I've sat behind the microphone for a long time and I'm doing my little TikToks and I'm so rubbish at them. But this is completely different again. Because I just plan on going straight through, Rog. I really do. I'm not going to do an awful lot of editing with this because what you see is what you get.
WYSIWYG.
What?
WYSIWYG.
What's that?
What you see is what you get.
What is that? Is that what the young say?
It's a thing.
Okay.
Well, no, it's been around a while.
How long?
20, 30 years.
What? It's shortening, is it?
It's a computer speak. Yeah.
Oh. No, I never heard of that one. Where? There it is. Aeroplane. Now, nothing else should disturb me. Okay. I will get my story
Apart
up.
from Uma.
Yeah. Well, she stinks. She really does. Right, okay. This first one was sent in by Jen. Yeah, sorry. It's just because I'm playing about this microphone. I don't know, but I think we should have gone for the longer arms. I'm sure it'll be fine, but I'm used to talking right into it. These are the posh microphones now, and they've taken me ages to save up and buy. But anyway, I digress, as I normally do. A lot of the time you don't hear all of this rubbish because I cut it out when it's me and Toby. Right. This story is from Jen. She sent in quite a while ago, but I've been keeping it for the launch of YouTube. And thank you so much, Jen. I love Jen's stories. She sent an amazing story in before about these puppets in a shop. And if you are just joining us, we've got a back catalogue of loads of episodes, but they are just audio. And it's in there somewhere. Right. Hello, Sarah and Toby. I have an experience I'd love to share. Hopefully, you'll like it. I hope I was able to convey, if only a little, how profound the following experience was for me. It's deeply personal, but I feel compelled to share it. And it does tie in to other experiences that I'd like to write about in the near future. Oh, and I'm loving your 31 days of Halloween. Oh, thanks, Jen. During the summer of 1994, I found myself with my name on the lease of a beautiful Victorian flat directly on Haight Street in San Francisco. I was too young to be responsible for finding roommates to pay their share of rent and bills, but hindsight is 2020. I was very stressed out and worried about this situation. Previously, I had already lived in the flat. I lived in a smaller room off to the side from the rest of the railroad-style flat. I even had a separate entrance that gave me access to the kitchen and bathroom. The previous name on the lease was my older roommate. When she moved out, I took over the lease, I also moved into her much bigger and very pretty room. My very first night there was prior to the 2 new renters moving in. I don't believe before this night I had ever spent a night alone. I was apprehensive, and as night closed in, I was straight terrified. The flat was so creepy. Light spilled in from the noisy street right by my bed. However, the view going back into the flat, it was a tunnel of dark that grew darker the further back it went. I turned my little television on for company and tried to sleep, as I worked early the next day. And this is where it starts. I never truly slept. However, a couple of times, I settled into a relaxed enough state, still fully aware though. At some point, something jolted me out of this state by my bed rocking back and forth, moving. The glass chandelier was swaying. I was so terrified. I ran down to the gate just to buzz another flat in the building. When they stuck their heads out the window, I asked if there had been an earthquake. With severe annoyance, they confirmed there had been, I felt alone, terrified, and I felt like an idiot. Back to laying in bed, awake. At some point, I was again in that meditative state between wakefulness and sleep. That was when I saw, in very close range, a face. I was looking down at the most horrifying face I'd ever seen, and it was looking up at me, but only with its eyes. It looked at me from underneath prominent dark brows. It was grinning ear to ear. The chin and nose pointed down. It was pale, and all of this was framed by dark, matted, long hair. I've never seen any face so terrifying in my life. A bright light drowned the creepy dark creature out, and I saw a woman. She resembled me in skin and hair colour, but I felt she was older. She was bathed in a beautiful golden light that came from behind her, but her face was somehow shrouded. She wore a white sleeveless shirt and a pink longish skirt. Her arms were bent at the elbows, her palms up. Her brown hair seemed to be wavy and pulled up on the sides, almost in a 1940s style. But here is where I don't have the vocabulary to explain this. I knew her. She knew me. And we'd known each other forever. Literally, always. I remembering her as if coming out of an amnesia. I said, "It's you." The feeling was utter bliss, peace, joy, love. It was so overwhelming, in the best of ways. In that moment, I knew that nothing can actually be wrong. Nothing here in this experience on Earth was worth getting upset over. I even laughed at the idea of the things that were causing stress for me at that time. The feeling of peace was just like nothing else. Then I fell asleep. I had a co-worker I trusted and told her about the woman at work the next day. My co-worker said nothing. She just cried. She was deeply religious. In the 31 years since that night, there have been a few times where I've begged for her to show herself again in the most difficult of times. She never has. Years later, in my 30s, we lived in a very haunted house and something terrible happened one night. I closed my eyes, I pictured her, and I repeated the words peace and love over and over. What was going on stopped immediately. I picture her when I want safety for my family. At first I dubbed her my guardian angel. I've done a lot of reading and exploring over the years. At this point, I do believe she was my higher self, the self that is consciously part of the universal consciousness. I believe I'm an extension of her, having an experience here on Earth. And I believe that she was telling me that night that I'm never alone. And that's why I didn't see her appear again. Because all I have to do is see her in my mind's eye to see her again. I feel very fortunate to have had this experience. Oh, thanks, Jen. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
What do you think? What do you think of that experience? Roge.
What was the scary face?
Well, I spoke to Jen about this, and she thinks that it was a kind of like a personification of like everybody's got like their dark side and their light side, and that perhaps this was more of the dark side, like stress, things like that, made manifest.
Right.
Because she was in that place where everything was getting overwhelming. And personally, I do believe that energy and thought can materialise things into this world. So, Toby and I have spoken about it before. When it comes to like demons and stuff, I don't believe in them in a biblical sense because I'm not religious in that way. But I do believe that there are entities, good and bad, that can cross over to our dimension. And I think that if you mess about with that, you kind of open the door to accept these things. Whereas if you don't pay much attention, they may not come through.
So that you think that was a being of some description?
Well, I mean, it's difficult for me to say because I think Jen believes they are different aspects of her personality.
Right.
But maybe still her. So, and they've manifested in that way at that point in her life. So it's difficult to because these concepts are quite abstract. It can be difficult to sort of explain, I think.
But that entity faded as soon as the
good one came,
angel.
the positive.
Right.
So I don't know if that's like this internal struggle going on. And I like the fact that Jen thinks about the positive energy when she feels like her family are in trouble. Because it's good to have something. I need one of those.
Yeah, for sure.
At the moment, I just have the bestial, hairy one looming over my bed at me every night, saying...
Not Luna.
No, she's not allowed in there. Luna is the dog, and she is not allowed in my room because once she lies down, she won't move. And I don't sleep. I'm menopausal. I do not sleep. I wake up really, really early. So when we went away, Roger had to have Luna in his room. We had different bedrooms.
Lucky me.
He got Luna, and she stinks. She's great. I love her.
Oh, she's lovely.
But, she's...
Well, she stinks.
She's great. She's led on the floor at the moment in front of us. But
You'll see her.
Yeah. I'm going to call her on at the end, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She'll love it.
I think so. Yeah, because Iman said Iman wants to see her as well, so I'll pull her on. Right. So that was the first story. And then we have...
Thanks, Jen.
Yeah, thanks, Jen. Jen knows I love her stories. She's just a great writer as well. Right. And our next story is from the lovely Carson. But he did send this in a while ago. So I'll get straight into it. Hello again, Sarah and Toby. Now, if anybody's wondering, I do a lot of the episodes with my son, Toby, but he won't go on camera. So this is why Rod is with me. Because he's 15 and he's just a bit nervy about that. Not saying that Rod isn't, because he is. Look at him. He's in a state. He's in the right state. I am a bit nervous. Like I was saying, calm myself, release the muscles. And I'm getting there. Okay. Sorry, this is a bit of a long one, but I've been remembering some strange and scary things that happened in my family's home growing up, and I wanted to share them with you. I've written in before, but recently I started working on my memoir, and these memories came back to me. I don't know if these two stories are connected, but I think the first one might explain why the second one happened. Story 1. The Magician. When I was about 6 years old, a man showed up at the back of the door of our house, which was odd, because no one ever used that door but us. My mum welcomed him in and said, "A magician's here." He looked the part: top hat, cape, white shirt, black pants, and a bag slung over his shoulder. He led us into the living room and had us sit down. Then he pointed to a side table and an old chest with an ornate lock. My mum always said she didn't know where the key was, so it was never locked. The magician pulled the chest into the middle of the room, told us to watch closely, and pulled a live parrot from his bag. He placed it inside the chest and locked it. That's where my memory goes fuzzy. The next thing I remember, He was putting the table back in place. He smiled, tipped his hat, and left through the back door. My mum thanked him as he went. I sat there, confused. "What about the bird?" I asked. Everyone looked at me blankly. "What bird?" my mum said. "The one he put in the side table." But no one remembered it. My little brother even asked, "What magician?" That chest never opened again. My mum would say it's always been locked, but I knew that wasn't true. I had seen it. None of my family remembers this, only me. The chest was sold at auction when my parents moved years later. I still wonder if the magicians somehow erased their memories, and it just didn't work on me, or if it was something darker that attached itself to the house, because that's when the weirdness began. So I'll stop there because I've got some more to read. Thoughts on that?
So the rest of the family remember the magician?
No.
Oh.
And the little brother didn't even remember the magician.
Right.
So it's like their memories were completely wiped.
Apart from his.
Apart from his. Which, to me, it's very sort of alien or black-eyed children-y.
Mm.
Because they can get in and manipulate the mind.
They can. Could it be a dream?
I wouldn't have thought so. Because, I mean, I know my dreams. I mean, sometimes I do make stuff up. And I can't remember if it's a dream or not. But, yeah, I don't think so.
No, and yeah.
Alien?
Alien.
Alien. Sounds like we're on What's It Family Fortunes.
Alien.
We'll go with Alien. We're going to go with Alien, Carson, on that one. Okay, and here's another one now. Story 2, The Mask. My older brother had this Halloween mask we called the Beetlejuice mask. It was terrifying. Like Beetlejuice, but worse. When I was about 7, I was in my bedroom one Saturday when I heard someone call my name. I looked down the hallway and saw someone standing in my little brother's room, wearing the Beetlejuice mask. The person was too tall to be him, so I assumed it was my older brother trying to scare me again. Tired of being teased, I marched down the hall. But halfway there, the masked figure slipped out of sight back into the room. When I stepped inside 3 seconds later, the room was empty. The mask was sitting right on the bed. I was so mad I opened both closets in the room. Nothing in either but clothes and towels. Then I looked under the bed. No one was there. The window was closed and locked, and we were on the 2nd floor. There was nowhere for anyone to have gone, and the room was empty. I remember my heart pounding as I backed out of the room, down the hall to my bedroom, and slammed my door shut. Then I hear both of my brothers talking about Legos as they walked up the stairs outside my bedroom door. That was the day I started to think my little brother's imaginary friend, who lived in the closet, wasn't so imaginary after all. Thank you for taking the time to read these. Love the podcast. Carson W.
Thank you, Carson.
Yeah, thanks, Carson. That's actually freaked me out a bit.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think just the thought that the little brother's imaginary friend could come across, because there are so many stories about that. Like in the past, we've talked about tulpas. Can you remember tulpas and thought forms? you focus so hard on something that you bring it into reality.
Mm.
And I do think there's something in that. I do.
Often, don't they say imaginary friends disappear as you get older?
Yeah, I think sometimes they fill a gap.
Attached to
Yeah.
youngsters. So it's just more unusual that the older sibling can see it.
Yeah.
Fair play for looking under the bed, though. I wouldn't.
No, I know.
No, not at all, thank you.
No. I just, like, when I used to see The Goblin, which I will cover, I promise, soon, Nat, who was my best friend, had to come in and check under the beds for me. And after that, she's just always been frightened as well. Because, yeah, it's just too many horror films, isn't it, to be looking under the bed. It's the classic poltergeist bit with the clown.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Under the bed, closets.
What's your scariest thing? Didn't you had something, didn't you?
What thing? I've had various experiences. What thing are you thinking?
Whistling. I know you've had an experience with whistling.
Oh, yeah.
Because that wasn't that long ago, was it, when you were coming home from work? And we'd been looking at The Whistler, you know, that kind of notorious Reddit story.
Yeah.
And you were waiting for the bus, weren't you, from work? And started hearing a very similar type of whistle. And it just followed you. Yeah. Which is the same as that guy heard. And it's not a bird. Didn't care what anybody says.
Oh, no. I know my birds.
Yeah. It's not a bird. And that whistle that he captures, that is not a bird. So, like, I know my wildlife. Some of it. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I'd forgotten all about that, to be honest, but it was
following you.
Yeah.
Because I remember it was pretty. Because didn't you walk down to a different bus stop or something? And it just followed you.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
You're so
I didn't at the time.
You're so lucky. You're so lucky.
Yeah,
you may not think so.
Oh, well, next time I hope you will.
Well, yeah, I don't think I'd want to hear it on my own. And it was dark as well because it was winter.
Oh.
If it was a summer, I'd be Miss Brave. Who's that whistling? But dark time, it's a different case altogether. Right. So our next story is from Dixie, who's another listener. I was 17 and staying with my boyfriend at the time. Layout. When you walk in the front door, you enter the living room. Straight ahead to the left is the kitchen. Off to the right is 2 bedrooms and the bathroom. It started out like any other night. His adopted mum went to bed first, and we stayed up to flirt and fool around. Ooh, I say. I was supposed to stay in the living room and him in his room. Her way to try to limit alone time. We were in the dimly lit living room, and we watched a shadow grow in the far corner of the kitchen. The ceiling. At first it looked like a normal shadow, but it started to grow and slowly creep towards us. He said the last time he saw a shadow on the ceiling, it went from one corner across the ceiling to the other side. Ugh. His grandmother passed away shortly after he saw it. His biological mother was a Native American witch, so he believed in the occult and felt like it was an omen. We saw this shadow thing start to grow, and suddenly we saw a blue orb come across the living room from where the rooms were, roll towards us and up the wall and go towards the shadow. Then a pink one, then a green one, then an orange one, and then another blue one, etc. One at a time, until there were hundreds of orbs going around us, from the bedroom area up to the shadow and back again. I felt a sinister energy from the shadow. but I felt at peace around the orbs. Over the span of half an hour to an hour, the orbs surrounded us and shoved the shadow back into the corner it was reaching from. Then the orbs slowly dispersed and faded from view. We looked at each other in disbelief. Did we just watch a battle between malevolent and benevolent forces right in his house? I found out later that his adopted mother and her friends used a Ouija board at the house. She said one incident in particular had her bed levitating with her in it. I will never mess with a Ouija board. My mum warned me about them when I was a kid. Recently, I've made jokes to my husband about using one to talk to my mum, and I could swear I felt a phantom hand gently smack me in the back of the head for saying it. Yeah, I think I'd do that if my children were... If I was up in heaven and they were saying they're going to use a Ouija board, I think I'd give them a bit of a backhander.
Yeah, that reminds me though. I was in town the other week with Molly, and we were in one of the shops, and they had Ouija boards.
Oh, okay.
And
And you thought about buying one, didn't you?
No. No, not at all. No, and I don't know whether it was a game, because I mean, it was a game initially, wasn't
Well,
it?
they are. I think they're still classed as
but
like
I was
a board game, aren't they?
surprised. I was surprised to actually see them.
Yeah, I've never seen. Yeah. I have never seen one in the shop.
No, they had 2 or 3 different types. And I forgot all about that to tell you. But no, I wouldn't buy them. I wouldn't use them. I used to use one as
I did. We all cut the paper out and stuff when we were teenagers.
Yeah, we used packs of cards.
Right.
And yeah, I wouldn't.
No.
I wouldn't mess with it, mate.
No.
Too scary set.
Don't blame you. I think we've got a little bit more time for another one. Let's see what I got. Let me see what I got in my little cooking book. Where's that come from?
I have absolutely no idea.
Nor me. I'm sure it's from something. Or did I just completely make it up?
I think you probably just made it up.
No, I'm sure it reminds me of something. Let me take a look in my cooking book. No, I don't know. Maybe I did make it up. Right. This is another one. And did we even say thank you to Dixie?
I'm not sure.
Thank you, Dixie. Sorry.
Thank you, Dixie.
But we are actually reading another of yours as well. Right. It's been a minute since I had time to send in a story. This one's pretty short, so here it goes. I remember when I was younger, maybe 7 years old. I don't 100% remember how old I was, but I remember my mum and I were watching TV with my grandfather, him in his armchair and mum and I on the couch. His wife was cooking in the kitchen, which in Grandpa's house was linked to the living room via 2 doorways. One doorway was shared with the hall on the left and the stairs to the basement on the right. There was another opening that led to the dining area, which was also attached to the kitchen. The setup is crucial to the story, or I wouldn't add it. Anyways, we were sitting there watching TV and my mum suddenly looks towards the hall and says, "Oh dear, I did just change that." She said something else. As quietly as she could, hoping my hard of hearing grandpa didn't hear her. With his wife being from the Philippines, she was extremely superstitious and terrified of ghosts. He, of course, heard her and says, "Oh, what?" She then tried whispering to him that she saw a floating head in the hallway. A floating head! He naturally didn't hear that part, so he asked my mum to repeat it. She said it a little louder, so he could hear her. He says, "Don't let Esther hear you say that," and laughed it off. Mum went on to say that the head looked like a male version of Esther and slightly taller with short hair. He was looking at Esther from the hall and was smiling lovingly at her. Later that night, a phone call came from the Philippines. It was a relative of hers, saying that her brother was murdered. He was stabbed in the back 3 times and had been decapitated by a machete. he had gotten involved with the wrong crowd and owed money or work or something like that. So they collected his head as payment, which fully explained why my mum only saw the head.
We live in a culture obsessed with dieting, weight loss, and exercise, and that can make eating disorder behaviors easy to miss. But the reality is, eating disorders are serious mental illnesses that take a major toll on your health and your life. But recovery is possible. Eating disorders are more common than you might think. Chances are you know someone who is struggling with one, or maybe you're struggling yourself. If you're concerned about an eating disorder in yourself or a loved one, I want to introduce you to Equip. Equip is a fully virtual, evidence-based eating disorder treatment program that helps patients achieve lasting recovery at home. Every Equip patient is matched with a multidisciplinary care team that includes a therapist, dietitian, medical provider, and mentors. And you get a personalized treatment plan that's tailored to your unique goals and challenges. Equip treats patients of all ages and all eating disorder diagnoses. It's covered by insurance, and there's no wait list. If you think that you or a loved one could be struggling with an eating disorder, don't wait to get help. Visit equip.health to learn more. That's equip.health.
With Sylvania, seeing better while driving at night starts with you. Because headlight bulbs dim over time and can lose up to 50 feet of visibility before burnout. That's why you shouldn't wait. Upgrade your drive with brighter lights for better visibility on the road ahead. Sylvania's step-by-step installation video guides make it easier than ever to take control of your nighttime clarity, all without a trip to the mechanic. So before a burnout darkens your day, upgrade to Sylvania and see better tonight.
Oh my.
Horrible.
That is nasty and but interesting.
But what a shock.
Yeah. What, having your head chopped off?
Just to see.
Yeah.
Well, that's a shock in itself, yeah. but to see the head.
Yeah. I wonder if you... I don't even wonder. I'm not even going to know. There is a head thing in... Maybe, I think it might be Filipino folklore. I can't quite remember. Where it is like a head that detaches from a witch's body,
right,
and it goes after you. And it kind of reminded me of that. For
as
obvious
if a witch
reasons.
Isn't scary enough anyway.
Yeah, she can detach her head, which is fabulous. I would love to have that skill. It's a bit like Wurzel.
Yeah, it's exactly like Wurzel.
Wurzel Gummidge and swap at the head. Yeah?
Yeah.
And he was scary enough.
Oh, yeah.
No, I've never got my thinking head on. It's
You
always
just got your pretty head.
Yeah. Oh, not anymore. I'm getting on a bit now, Rog. I am still alive. Did you just check my pulse?
No.
Like, oh, you're still alive. Yes, I am. Right, well, I think we'll bring this to a close. I'm not sure how long this has lasted. And, just forgive us, please. He's well nervous. I'm too nervous. I'm talking all over the place. And
You're not going to introduce Luna?
Luna, yeah. Loon. Come here. Come and say hello. Come and say hello. She coming. Right, man, this is for you. Here she comes.
She's worth the wait.
Here she is.
Ish.
Come here.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on. Come on.
Oh, she's after your egg. Roger's got a stress ball egg. And she keeps going after it. Well, that is it from us today. I hope you enjoyed, and we will catch you again next Wednesday.
Thank you for watching.
Take care, everyone.
Take care. Have a good week. Bye.
Bye.
We interrupt this program to bring you an important Wayfair message. Wayfair's got style tips for every home. This is Styles McKenzie helping you make those rooms sing. Today's style tip. When it comes to making a statement, treat bold patterns like neutrals. Go wild, like an untamed animal print area rug under a rustic farmhouse table from Wayfair.com. Arr, fierce. This has been your Wayfair style tip to keep those interiors superior.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
The stories told on the Whispering Woods are inspired by historical records, witness reports, and local folklore. While every effort is made to research and represent events accurately, some details, names, and locations may differ from official accounts or have been changed out of respect for those involved. These episodes are created for storytelling and entertainment purposes and should not be considered definitive fact or investigative journalism.